Have you ever been in a relationship where nothing is really wrong, but somehow everything feels off? She's still there, you still talk, but the energy is different. The connection isn't the same. The conversations feel forced, the laughter feels rare, and deep down you can feel it. Something is slipping away, and the worst part? You don't even know when it started, so you try to fix it. You text more, you give more, you try to be better. But instead of bringing her closer, it feels like you're pushing her further away. If you've ever felt that, then this video is for you. Because my relationship was at that exact point, quietly dying, until I learned something that completely changed everything. And if you stay till the end, you might see your situation differently too. So before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Stoic Golden Tribe for more real, unfiltered truths about relationships, discipline, and masculine growth. Let's get into it. At first, it doesn't feel like the end. That's what makes it dangerous. Because nothing obvious happens, no big fight, no breakup, no clear moment you can point to and say, that's when everything changed. Instead, it's subtle. She still replies, just not the way she used to. She still talks, but the conversations feel dry. She still laughs, but it doesn't feel genuine anymore. And you notice it, you feel it, but you can't fully explain it. So you start telling yourself things like, maybe she's just stressed. Maybe she needs space. Maybe I'm just overthinking. But deep down, you know something isn't right. And here's the truth, most men don't want to accept. When a relationship starts to die, it doesn't collapse loudly. It fades quietly, less effort, less excitement, less emotional connection, until one day you're sitting next to someone who used to feel like home, and now it feels like there's distance between you, even when you're right there together. And this is where most men make their biggest mistake. They panic, they start doing more texting, more calling, more explaining, more trying to fix things. They think if they just give more, they can bring things back to how they were. But it doesn't work like that, because attraction, connection, emotional pull, they don't grow under pressure, they fade under it. And the more you try to force closeness, the more she pulls away. This is where I found myself, confused, frustrated, giving more, but feeling less valued. Watching something real slowly slip through my hands, until I realized something that changed everything. The problem wasn't just the distance, the problem was how I was reacting to it. When a man feels his relationship slipping, his first instinct is to hold on tighter. It feels natural. If something is breaking, you try to fix it. If something is leaving, you try to stop it. So you start doing more. You text her more often, you check on her more, you try to start conversations, you try to bring back the vibe, you become more available, more attentive, more emotionally invested. And in your mind, you're doing the right thing. You think, if I just show her more love, she'll come back. If I try harder, things will go back to normal. But here's the hard truth. That mindset is exactly what pushes her further away. Because when a woman starts to feel emotional distance, she doesn't need pressure. She doesn't need to feel like she's being chased. What she needs is space to feel again. And when you constantly show up trying to fix everything, it doesn't feel attractive, it feels heavy, it feels forced, it feels like responsibility. And attraction cannot survive where there is pressure. So instead of pulling her closer, you slowly push her away. Not because you're a bad man, but because you're reacting from fear. Fear of losing her, fear of things ending, fear of not being enough, and fear changes your behavior. You stop being calm, you stop being grounded, you stop being the man she was originally drawn to. Instead, you become reactive, needy, overly available, and without realizing it, you shift the dynamic of the relationship. She starts to feel like she has control, and you start to feel like you're chasing. That's when attraction begins to disappear. Because attraction thrives on emotional balance. not emotional pressure. This was my mistake. I thought I was saving the relationship, but in reality, I was suffocating it. And the more I tried, the worse it became. Until I understood one powerful truth. You cannot fix a dying relationship by acting out of fear. Everything started to change the moment I stopped trying to control the relationship and started controlling myself. That was the shift, because I realized something most men never understand. The more you chase connection, the more it runs from you, but when you step back and focus on yourself, something different happens. You create space, and in that space, attraction has room to breathe again. So I stopped over-texting. I stopped trying to force conversations. I stopped trying to fix her emotions, and instead, I redirected that energy back into my life, my purpose, my routine, my discipline. I became less available, but more valuable, not as a strategy, but as a mindset. I wasn't pulling away to manipulate her. I was pulling back to rebuild myself. And that changes everything, because when a man is grounded, focused, in control of his emotions, he becomes naturally attractive again, not because he's trying to impress, but because he's no longer desperate for validation. And something interesting started to happen. She noticed. The same woman who was distant started reaching out more. The same conversations that felt forced started to flow again. The same energy that was fading started coming back. Not because I chased it, but because I stopped chasing it. That's the truth. Attraction grows in space, not in pressure. Connection deepens when it's allowed, not when it's forced. And the moment I understood that, my relationship didn't just improve, it came back to life. But more importantly, I became a different man. A man who doesn't react out of fear, but responds with control. A man who doesn't chase, but attracts. If this mindset just changed the way you see relationships, comment, "I get it now," below. Now listen carefully, because this part isn't just about saving a relationship, it's about understanding your value as a man. A relationship should never be the place where you lose yourself. But that's exactly what happens to most men. They meet a woman, they connect, and slowly, without realizing it, she becomes the center of their world. Their focus shifts, their priorities change, their purpose fades into the background, and in the process, they stop being the man she was originally attracted to. That's the truth most people won't tell you. A woman is not attracted to a man who revolves around her. She's attracted to a man who is grounded in his own life, a man with direction, a man with discipline, a man who has something bigger than the relationship, because that's what creates respect. That's what creates attraction. That's what keeps the connection alive. So the lesson is simple, but powerful. Never abandon yourself to keep someone else, because the moment you lose your center, you lose the very thing that made you attractive in the first place. And here's the part most men learn too late. Sometimes saving the relationship isn't about saving us. It's about rebuilding you, because when you become strong again, focused again, in control again, everything around you starts to change, including your relationship. And even if it doesn't, you win either way, because you didn't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone else. You became better, stronger, wiser, and that is the real victory. If you're choosing to become a stronger man from today forward, comment, "I choose discipline," below.